Hello there, dumpsters. This is Greg and Corey here, and we're playing this Hades thing. What is this Hades thing, Corey?
This is one of the latest games from Supergiant Games. If you are not familiar with them, they're the ones that did Bastion, Transistor, which are phenomenal games. I highly recommend. This is the one and only time I will say this. This is a spoiler warning. I have completed the story. If you don't want any inkling of the story, I would suggest clicking off the video now and playing it yourself.
But not before you liking this video and subscribing.
Yes. Like, subscribe, then leave.
Then leave.
And then come back.
Yeah. Maybe in the comments put spoiler if people like do the thing where they don't look at the video and then they scroll down to read the comments. Put spoilers. But, you know, don't put a dislike and then leave. That's the last thing we want.
But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already played the game or whatever, we're just going to be playing through a bit. I love this game. Greg has not played it at all.
Yeah, this seems like a lot of motion, and so, I mean, it looks great. Like, I like those spirits over there hanging out. That's cool. So, you know, this is probably what, like the Hall of the Dead or something?
Yeah, this is the Hall of the Dead. One more time, the spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, please click off. So...
no, wait, you pet that dog.
I will. I'll pet Cerberus.
Yeah.
The big spoiler for anyone who is wondering, because I know you haven't played this, Greg. The lady standing next to there is my mother, and the whole quest of the game is to find your mother, and the fact that she returns to the underworld with you is the big...
Oh, that's fun. That's cute. I mean, I care more about the dog right now.
Oh, yeah,
that's
no, absolutely.
Cute. Yeah, good. Mumsy.
So we got I've already talked to these people, so it won't let me.
So is my dad Hades? Or?
Yeah, here's Hades. So the idea of the setup of this game, if you're not familiar, is that you are the son of Hades and Persephone. At the start of the game, your goal is to break out of the underworld to find Persephone, your mother, because you just found out that she's your biological mother and you weren't told.
All right, nice. Always like to bring that up.
The game follows a very fun... So it's a roguelike in the sense that you fight your way, you get a little better each time, you keep pushing, you get to the end, you get random level ups and things like that. What makes this game so ingenious, and why I think it should be the new staple of roguelikes, is that every time you die, every time you play, you get a little bit more story.
Okay.
So losing or dying doesn't feel like I've just wasted my fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are times that I've ran in there and purposely got myself killed because I wanted the next piece of dialogue. Because you can only chat with characters once each time you go through.
Okay. Huh. That's cool. Now, what is this eye shield thing?
So, you have 6 weapons to pick from. Each weapon has different forms, and each weapon and form plays entirely different. So, this particular eye shield, I can hold and charge up. And its whole special thing is after I do my charge attack, when I throw it... Oh, hold on, I threw it at point-blank range. It throws extra shields.
Oh.
And the more I level it up, the more shields that I throw.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Like I said, they take different forms. This is the one I just started unlocking the, like, super special aspects.
Jesus. This is a lot of magic. I mean, good that it's a lot of magic. It's obviously gods and demons and stuff. But
another thing, and this is true with every Supergiant game, is it plays so smoothly. It just feels so satisfying any combination you do.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's stuttering at all or anything like that.
And, like, it's... I don't know.
This poor guy.
Yeah, it's what he's here for. He's eternally my punching bag.
Oh, my femur. No.
And then he comes right back.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But yeah, it just, like, it even has, like, a bit of, like, animation canceling. So, like, it just feels so good. All right, so what should we take for our run through?
Is that a gun?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I feel like a lot of our dumpsters probably can relate to just need gun. So maybe need gun.
Okay. I'm down for need gun.
Yeah.
There are a couple other things you can pick. You get to pick a relic and a companion. I'm gonna take this relic, which guarantees that the first thing I find will be a bonus from Zeus.
All right.
Because, like I said, it randomizes everything each time you go through. So that just stacks it in my favor. And then I'm taking this companion.
His name is Mort.
I can use it once per an encounter, and like a finite number of times. And what it does is it creates a big AoE damage.
Now, what is this?
So this is the Pact of Punishment. After you beat the game for the first time, you get this. This is your new game plus.
Okay.
So each run, you can set certain things to happen, and each time you beat it, you have to so you can keep getting item rewards, but you have to keep beating it at a higher and higher difficulty.
Okay.
So right now, if you see that bar, it says 5 and it's not full, and it says filled heat 6. I need to do something that's at least one more to get 6 if I want to unlock new items.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and add extreme measures, which gives bosses little extra things. This is the weapon I've gotten the farthest with, too.
All right, perfect.
Wait, why did that go... Oh, this is 3. Well, in that case, I could do something like this. You don't get anything extra for going over the number.
So then why even make it harder on yourself? Got it.
Like it's personal satisfaction, I guess.
No. Nobody's stopping me this time.
But yeah, the art is absolutely beautiful. The music is phenomenal. All the representation of the Greek gods look and sound beautiful, amazing.
And yet I cannot help but take an interest in your plight. Your father.
Zeus looking all sparkly.
So the reason I go with Zeus first is because I want this ability. Every time I attack, it does chain lightning.
Nice.
So now when I fire...
Now we get zappy boys. Yeah. That's right. Was that counted as the first room, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Each of the little icons shows you what the reward for the completion of that room is. These first rooms will fly by.
So what got you into early access for this game?
I watched someone who was playing through different roguelikes play this one. And first off, I love Supergiant. I've played the shit out of Bastion and Transistor. I still need to play through Pyre. I own it, I just haven't gotten around to it. But I saw someone play it on a stream, and just the combination of the art and how fluid the story and everything felt. I dislike... So I've never considered myself a roguelike fan, because I always think of some of the ones that really made the genre what we think it is today. And those are very much just you load in, you do the best you can, and then you're done for the day.
Like Darkest Dungeon or
Darkest Dungeon has a little bit of a story to it, though.
Yeah.
And that is kind of the direction things started going in, is having that story. But a lot of the first ones were really just
I see.
Here's a premise, good luck. Enter the Gungeon is a good one. The idea is you're trying to get to, the bottom level. And it kind of gives you a bit of a story of why you're trying to get there. But really, it's just that. What made me fall in love with this game is that, like I said, you get a little bit of story every time you play. You don't get almost to the end and then lose, and you're well, I wasted my time. A lot of times, because, as you saw with Zeus, you interact with the gods when you pick up their boons. A lot of the times they'll say things that trigger other reactions from the people back in the underworld. So there are times that something interesting and juicy plot will be given, and I'm I want to go see what Hades has to say about that.
So is this like off the premise that like the people in the first hall are kind of watching your progress, or like how do they have that information that you picked up from the god? Do you just go up to them and you're like, hey, this god told me this?
You just go up to him.
Okay. That's cool though. I can appreciate developers just saying like, hey, with death we should give them some incentive, and then also completing the game itself gives you even more on top of that. Have you beaten this more than once?
I have beat it many times.
Okay.
You have to beat it multiple times to unlock the final ending with
Okay.
Persephone.
Okay.
For family? Yes, that must be it, I think.
Yes.
What could have transpired with you,
Well, we got a heart. Yay.
So for Aphrodite, there's not a particular one that I really, really like. When foes are slain, they deal damage at a blast. Your dash inflicts. Let's do special. That's this one.
Love rockets. Yeah.
But what was I saying? But yeah, you get a little bit of story each time, and that feels really good. The gameplay feels really good. The art style is beautiful. The music is beautiful. It does everything really well.
Mm-hmm.
And while I've never been a fan of like roguelikes before, if more people make games that are like this, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean the fact that there's crossplay on this too, right?
Yeah, so it's not in yet. They are hoping to have it, I think, somewhere in their October patch is what they said their guess was. But they're implementing crossplay, so if you own it on PC, you can access your same save. So this is a dataless hammer. This upgrades my weapon in a different way. So your special fires. We're gonna go with this one.
Fire bombs.
So now when I fire, it does this. They do a little less damage, but this particular weapon, because like I said, they take different forms.
Mm-hmm.
This one, if I'm standing in it when it goes off, I get a damage buff.
Jeez.
So now I'm guaranteed that I'm going to stand at least one of these.
So I imagine every time you beat the game, you just kind of like get more, just more crazy bonuses, like more absurd bonuses that became like game breaking or something.
Nothing is too game breaking. There are things that are like you get resources to unlock these aspects.
Mm.
It really comes down to what more do you just enjoy playing.
But there's no, I guess like. There's no like broken kind of combo that you pick up with one of the weapons or something quicker than the others.
So far the most broken combo I think is using the gun with Zeus's lightning.
Of course.
There is a bit of leveling up though. So this one, both gods are here, and you have to pick which one you're going to take the bonus from, and the other one is going to be mad at you.
Mm.
Your lightning effects. Let's go with the lightning effect.
Oh no!
This is such a heartbreak, dearest. Why would you do that? You know that I won't take this lying down.
We don't like that. She's supposed to love though, and now we fight. So then, is it like the other gods and goddesses are like helping and hindering you?
Yeah. So the story premise is that no one knew that you existed.
Okay.
And Nyx, who is the god of darkness, or goddess of darkness, tells you that, or you find out through that she's not your mother like you were told. You find out that Persephone is.
So why don't we pretend your
So
indiscretion there
Nyx
did not
reaches
occur?
out to the Olympians, and they offer you aid. The thing that's interesting right at this moment, story-wise, is that now that you have found your mother, you're just doing this for fun, basically. You're not trying to escape anymore.
Right.
But the Olympians don't know about Persephone or that she's your mother.
Okay.
So it's been kind of teased at that they're trying to come up with a plan of how to break the news without declaring war between the Olympians and the underworld.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's in this game or not, because it's delivered like that if I keep playing, they'll tell me. But I actually don't know.
Maybe they have a set amount of times you beat the game then for that.
Maybe. But yeah, that's the general idea.
That's cool.
Is that the Olympians are aiding you in your escape out of the underworld to join them.
Okay.
Ahoy there.
Because your evil father Hades has locked you away.
Of course.
Said I heard the strangest rumor. Here's the thing, I'll give it to you straight.
Our guy
I've
Sisyphus.
heard you've been consorting both with Megara the Fury and with that old stiff Thanatos. Can you believe it?
Sisyphus, I don't know where you heard that, but it's true. They're just doing their jobs, and I know how it looks, but you're my friend as well, and I don't want you to forget that.
We're
Look,
buddies.
I do
Just
appreciate
be
the
with us.
sentiment, Your Highness. I'm just surprised. I thought we shared a common foe in them is all. What can I say? I hope that someday I can see them how you see them.
Thank you for understanding, sir. Besides, maybe I can get them to cut you some slack.
So that's interesting because that's a reference to there are 3 romantic options.
Mm-hmm.
There is Thanatos, who is the god of death. He's the one that ferries spirits. Not like the boatman, but the other like when it's your time. He's the Grim Reaper. There's Megara, who's the Fury of Oathbreakers, and then there's a Gorgon head that cleans the palace. And all 3 are romance options. There are no penalties for being polyamorous with them, and it's never addressed that like Thanatos is a male and you're a male. Like it's just you just romance him. Like
It doesn't matter. They're gods. Whatever.
yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Also, the Greeks believed that it was important to have homosexual relationships because then you were still fit for sports because you weren't having sex with a woman beforehand.
Gotta rationalize it whatever way you can. We support that here. It's fine.
It was that whole idea of like you can't have sex before you go into war because it's going to deplete your stamina. But if it's 2 men,
It's fine. A-okay. Who are you?
So this is Karen,
Hello. You look great.
the underworld boatman,
Yeah.
and you can pay him gold to get items.
What a nice guy.
So we're gonna get this is here I'll just you're not gonna get a little dialogue. This is Athena, and she has one of my favorite ones, which is Divine Dash. Now when I dash, I have a little thing that reflects attacks,
Nice.
and we're just gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
Would you just look at him? That smug look, that posture, everything. Please tell me you're not going soft for this trash god sister.
Come on, Electo. When was the last time that we looked to one another for approval? Besides, as long as we kill him, what do you even care?
You know, fair point there, sister. Very nicely said. Let's kill him now!
Mega Runner, Tix, you ready?
So this is the boss fight to get out of Tartarus. Which I never really said that, but that's the layer of hell that we're in. Tartarus, where all the souls are sent to be punished.
So this is the assumption that these 3 are just here always guarding this.
Yeah.
Oh, you only have to fight one of them, though.
Yeah, so one of the heats that I picked is why they're all here. Normally it's just one of them.
Okay.
But, so I'm still only fighting one in terms of damage, but the other ones are using their abilities.
Okay.
Because all 3 fight differently, and it's random which one you get.
Okay.
So the added challenge is that they're all, like, casting their abilities in addition to her. But like I said, the Zeus gun combo is pretty strong, so...
Perish, then. Yeah, it looks like you didn't really lose that much health.
And And every time you clear one of the stages, there's this little area. You can heal up a little bit.
Suitably achieved this time around.
Off to Asphodel.
You can swap out your like relic or keepsake. I'm gonna swap it from the Zeus one because I already have what I wanted to this. So now every 4 encounters, a random one of my bonuses will level up.
Nice.
You can also purchase temporary buffs or sell off your boons if you want more gold or things like that. I don't really do those. There's probably a good like strategy behind them, but
Yeah, now we're climbing. Now what layer are we in?
begins with an A. I'm blanking on the name though.
It's fine. It'll pop up, I'm sure. ASPHODEL.
Yeah.
A little bit more lava here, which is cool.
Yeah, we got a wee bit hotter.
And Chiron's like, you can just keep using my boats. It's cool. Some little bone snakes. They're so cute.
Oh, but the whole dying thing, that's what I was going to say earlier. This is such a genius setting because the idea that every time you fail to escape, you die, so you just come back out of the river Styx. So it's such an inbuilt narrative of why you just come back and you just try again because you're immortal.
And your dad's just like, hey, son. What are you doing? Just trying to leave. Just trying to peace out.
One of the other unique aspects of this weapon is it has ammo. So one of the things I'm doing habitually is every time I'm dashing, I'm just reloading.
Gun. Gun always good option. Remember that, kids.
Right on time.
Got Hermes.
All your travels out, you happen to run into a lass by name Eurydice? I hope she's alright. I feel bad because we didn't get a proper send-off last we met.
Fast dash. Let's go.
We're gonna go with hyper sprint.
Let's go, let's go.
Look at that speed.
We zip. Next boat.
Next. You can see that dash when I knock the things back at them.
Now, are the... I guess for each layer, are there roughly the same amount of rooms, or does it get, like, longer and longer each time?
The number of rooms is the same, the enemies are different.
Okay.
I mean, as I'm sure you can tell.
A little thematic to go with each layer.
Yeah. The third layer, I think, is the most annoying because when they die, they become little spirit balls. Mm-hmm. And then you have to kill those, and if you don't, they just regenerate.
Nice.
But it's mostly annoying if you're like, you lose track of which one you're fighting, and then your character does a little voiceover like, oh no, that one regenerated. You're like, oh.
The barge of death is always here for me.
That's nice. We like that. Little smaller space for this fight.
Yep.
I do like this music, though. This very much feels like a game that you don't have to pay attention to at a certain point.
It's really not. I'm not gonna lie, because I work third shift in my IRL life. And my job is the kind of thing where I do all the work in the first 2 hours and I have nothing to do until the last hour of work. Mm-hmm. So I usually bring the Switch with me, and I'm just mindlessly doing this because I can keep checking my email and things.
Right.
Because this is just like muscle memory at this point.
Complimentary.
We're gonna go bronze skin. We take a little less damage from all attacks. There are some mechanics that I'm skipping. Like one of the things I have unlocked is I can re-roll what some of the items that appear are. If I want to like try to gamble and optimize, like if I'm really searching for like what's another god? Like a Poseidon or something. I can see someone else and I can try to like re-roll and hope to get him. Hey, look, Poseidon.
Hey. Speak of the devil. Well, he's not the devil, but you know. Do you have like a favorite layer?
Not really. I just have a least favorite layer. I think this layer is very visually stunning. Just the combination of like the bright reds.
I thought for certain you were well on your way out of there last time, nephew. But no matter, we'll just get you on another voyage to the top.
Thanks, Poseidon.
We're gonna do this. Anytime I get one of these rewards, I get 55% more.
The sea god's might.
I have another nephew? Good God.
A palm of power.
Yep. Dash into the wall.
Gods grant me strength.
A pomegranate seed.
See if I can hit both of these jars. Yeah. Fuck those jars. Alright, we're at the boss of this level. Or this layer.
Hello?
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lenny.
The Bone Hydra. Oh God. Oh jeez. I am sorry, I'm getting so like distracted by how beautiful this is that I'm not talking anymore, but like gee whiz. There is just a whole lot going on.
Yeah. And the increased difficulty on this one is in the regular fight. This is all like a solid landmass, and the main Hydra head is at the top, so you have more room to navigate. With this one, he kind of moves around. Alright, we're just gonna be cheap with this. I keep forgetting to use this. Hi!
You just had an insta-kill hanging out?
It does 3,000 damage, which, when I get him to his final phase, is just enough to finish it.
Went. Should fetch me something.
Jeez.
Oh, I forgot. That little glowy spot's a fishing spot. Because every game needs fishing.
Yeah, of course. Always love some good fishing.
They're already expecting you up, Elysium.
Onward then. Cheers.
And we're over halfway done.
So it's 4 layers?
4 layers.
Okay.
There's the 3 layers of hell, and then you get to the surface.
Okay.
I am going to reroll this because I don't want either of these. I'll take that.
Zip zoop. Let's go. What are these?
So these are little annoying guys who shoot off these balls that break off into larger pieces. And that's part of why I like the dash reflect, is because I can reflect the whole thing back at them.
And this is one of those spirit orb things?
Nope, actually we haven't got one of those yet.
Oh, okay.
That's a butterfly thing. Oh, I didn't pick up the item. I'm like, it said I completed it.
We did it already. God.
these are little suicidal chariots.
They so cute.
Who's left?
That guy.
Okay, these guys are the ones that when I kill them, you'll see them turn into little...
They look like little...
See?
Oh.
And now you did.
Hello, other cat visiting us.
We have all the cats.
For those of you at home, I am being approached by a floofy boy.
You are in his sleeping spot, so...
Yes.
That's shame on you.
Listen, sometimes that happens.
I know that tone.
Did you miss me, Zagreus?
Hello?
This is my boyfriend Thanatos.
Oh.
When he appears, it starts a little minigame of who can get the most kills.
That's adorable. But his attacks won't hurt you.
Nope.
Nice. Oh no, we're actually in like red.
Hate these chariots. So you had said earlier about asking if there was like a when you beat it if you unlock broken things.
Mm-hmm.
This won't go on the record.
I said no, but that's not entirely true. There is like progression elements. It's another thing that keeps you coming back after every run.
Mm-hmm.
There are little things that you can spend to upgrade yourself. So one is that I have a couple extra lives.
Okay.
So when I do die this first time, that's not it.
So is that the 3 little heads of yours there?
Yep, that's exactly what that is. And the hope is I can make it through this without dying. I'll probably die when I get to the boss of this level.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully RNG favors me and I can find a place to buy back one of those before I get to the final boss.
Now, how does the difficulty scale from this 3rd boss to the final boss?
Tough. We're going to go with this 3-round burst. So now I do this, and I never have to reload.
Yeah! Gun.
Gun beat all. Let's go with more Zeus. Gun beat rock.
The butterfly ball.
So this little mini-boss just keeps summoning spirits until you beat him first.
So we just go around. There you go.
Nope. Come back. What do I want? Your cast, your call. Let's go with call. So now I have a new thing to manage. That I have a bar under my health bar, and as I deal and take damage in each room, and it's per room that doesn't stack.
Mm.
When that gets full, I can then harness the power of whatever god's call that I picked.
Mm-hmm.
For Zeus, he just starts striking lightning around everything around me. I keep trying to reload habitually.
It doesn't matter anymore. All these little chariot guys with bombs.
One of the reasons, in addition to the soul thing, that I hate this area the most is these guys with the shields. They block all damage from the front. I just want to brute force my way through, man.
I just want to dash and dash and dash.
I don't want
But I
to. I don't want to
can't.
think about my attacks.
No, the statue. It was so pretty.
So I know in the past you have mentioned basically being a simp for art design.
I do like me some good art.
Obviously, this game's very pretty. I'm just curious how you feel. What's your take on kind of this almost cartoony, almost like pastel?
Yeah, I do like that the animation, even though it's cartoony, is still very like I don't know if you like catch any webtoons, but kind of some of their like more like adult like webtoons. It kind of looks more like that to me, and I like it. I like that style.
Sorry, I'm on the side.
Like I can see this very much like a manga art style as well to it.
Yeah, it's definitely very pretty.
And the fact that your main character is pretty starkly red, you don't really lose them amongst all these different changing backgrounds.
Best of all of us. Your fortunate mind didn't get the best of you back there.
These gods are the worst. Wow, how dare you choose that god's stuff over mine?
The ocean's fury.
Yep, and it's another one of those little storytelling things they do of like trying to drive home how like petty the gods really are. Because at the beginning, it really tries to paint like, oh, your father hid who your mother is from you. Your relatives want to help you escape the underworld like you want to. And then as you keep doing these runs and you keep in these like little situations where they get easily offended and they easily get provoked.
Hello there.
And you shall soon be crushed under the massive
I forgot
wheels
how silly
of the
this one was.
finest chariot the
So-
world has ever known.
When you do the bonus difficulty for this fight, they get this golden chariot with guns.
You only have that chariot because of me, you know. It's all because of the condition of the Pact of Punishment. Nothing you did or earned, so drop the act.
What? You claim to be my benefactor, when in truth, you are my figuratively mortal enemy? I'll do the chariot
Figuratively.
equivalent to trample you.
Oh, and a minotaur.
The bowl of Minos.
No! I do really appreciate that there is like some stands and a crowd going off while you're doing this.
Yeah. Well, this is the layer of the hells where all the great heroes reside. All right, let's see if I can time this right. I think I missed. Didn't hit anybody with it.
No.
I was talking about the thing and I forgot all about it. Usually I try to like... I found that if I start the fight with that, I can usually catch them as they're just starting to move out of the circle.
Right. Jeez, this Minotaur seems to just go
No,
off.
this Minotaur is kicking my ass. I may not actually make it to the final. Because he is... each of his attacks is just massive damage on me.
Jeez.
Alright, he's gotten to his second stage.
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be like hitting you with These leaping cleaves.
Not yet. Give him time.
Oof.
Well, that's it. I couldn't beat them on the harder difficulty.
And so our story ends.
They're a tough fight even on the normal difficulty. Because you have Theseus who's throwing his spear at you from long range. And it has like pinpoint accuracy, so you have to dodge right when he throws it. And then you have the Bull of Minos who charges and does the big AoE attacks. And you have the added difficulty of course, them having the chariot. Yeah, and then see, this is what's fun. You die, you come out of the river Styx, and you gotta have more dialogue options.
Minotaur once more. Now he's a real beast there, isn't he? But tell me something. Any progress on that autograph request of mine?
Nope, none whatsoever.
Rip.
I have to ask you something, Orpheus. It seems like everything has been alright for you, except you don't look very happy to me, mate. Is everything alright? Between you and Eurydice, I mean.
Oh, but your concern is much appreciated, friend. I feel I am in an everlasting bliss. It simply does not show upon my countenance. Perhaps through song is how I best express myself.
Nice.
You're doing wonderfully at it, mate.
That's a fun little one, because it's a little side story. If you're familiar with the myth of Orpheus and Ulysses, or it's the one of Ulysses passed away, and Orpheus went to hell to bargain for her life back, and the deal was he could take her as long as he didn't look back. And then as he got to the gates of hell, he looked back to make sure she was still there. So there's a whole little like side quest each time you go through of like trying to bring them back together. As you're the son of hell, you have access to the administrator's office where all the contracts are.
Right.
So you get to amend it slightly so he's allowed to go visit her part of hell to...
Oh, that's cute.
This is the break room.
Yeah, I like the little tasty cake there. That's cute. I like those dog bones, obviously, for Cerberus.
Yeah. Oh, he's not here. Then we have Achilles, who's the guy who's usually on guard over there. He's the one who like trained you to fight.
You and Achilles ever get to talk much, then?
I have my orders, he has his. What do you think? Even back when he was still alive, there was no real chance I was going to be the one to take
I
him
really
here,
like
given his line of work.
his scythe.
Because he was a warrior. When mortals die a violent death, they are no longer your case, are they?
No. I tend to those in less of a hurry to come here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think...
Should check the garden.
Okay. Oh, there's Daddy. There's Mommy and Daddy.
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let
We'll
me
make
know.
this
and I
last,
shall
but
have
their
them
voice
dealt
acting is
with
so
quickly.
good.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require...
Require? Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son. That's all I ask.
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold.
Hades looks away
God of the
dejectedly.
dead. If the
Oh,
wretches
Hades
do not
is just
fear
a big
me, or you
soon-soon,
for that
I see.
matter, what then?
We already
I'm not
knew.
going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I don't think anybody on Olympus or below knows quite how best to manage that. So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
So I have beaten this game countless times, and that's all new to me. Like that bit of conversation. That's what makes it so good. It's so good.
All you little dumpsters out there getting a big wreck of this game from Corey over here is what you should be getting.
Bastion, Transistor. Pyre's probably good. I haven't played it, but Supergiant Games makes beautiful games.
All right. Well, I think we are at time here. But thanks everyone for coming around. Hopefully, for those of you that we're fine with the spoilers. Corey, you want to say goodbye to the
No,
the
I
little
want to talk
dumpsters?
to them.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry I didn't get to the final boss, but we'll see you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.